Howdy, folks. Happy New Year. I overslept again, and my speaker's acting up again. But where's the people at? Oh, boy. Sorry. Oh, boy. Let's see here. Time to wake up. Time to get something done. Ha ha ha. Yikes. All right. I think I got up at 7:07 today. It's about 7:30. Yikes. That is not good. Okay, so what are we doing today? Same as we did yesterday, but more. All right, let's see what we can do. Let's see here. What are we doing? Yeah, I'm still half asleep. Today we're gonna do, let's see. Apologize. I'm unbelievably late today. So all right, eBay sent my payout. That's cool. I haven't really had any issues with eBay payouts. They've been, or sorry, eBay, what do you call it, managed payments. They've been sending out things consistently. Yeah, I'm sorry, Leroy. Oh no. I'll have to up your percentage as a punishment, I guess. Oh, wow. Junkyard dog. Ironically, though, I set a sale before I logged off the computer yesterday, and I set it, and I had sales between 11 p.m. my time and 1. That's the way you start. Oh no. Okay, I deserve that. Not a good way to start up the year, I know. I know. What can I say? I need to be on my game more. Right now I'm still half asleep. I should start drinking coffee in the morning, except other than I always drink water. But water kind of wakes me up eventually. But I need to drink something else because I think I do need caffeine in the morning. I'm still getting used to coffee. I drink it now. I used to hate it. I hate the taste of coffee, or hated the taste of coffee. I'm getting there though, slowly. So how was everybody else's New Year's Eve / New Year's Day? It's already 10:30 on the East Coast, so. Oh, we got an offer on something. Let's see here. This should be good. I don't know. I got an offer on a Fisher-Price vintage dollhouse thing. I only listed this. When did I list this? Oh, wow, it's longer than I thought. 141 days. So that is just shy of, what, 5 months, 4.5 months, something like that. I've noticed that people generally try and split the difference. If you list something for $200, I'll give you 100. And if I push more than that 50%, a lot of times, unless it's super in demand, they will not bite. Let's see here. See this one. Man, this guy's really, I think, kind of trying to lowball me though. Good morning, have fun. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Oh my goodness. You know what? I really am half asleep. What am I doing? Seriously. No, I need caffeine. Thanks, I really am. Is up. Seriously? Oh boy. No, I need caffeine. Okay.
What's going on?
Oh man.
You okay? Here, Mo, have some of this. Have some of this here.
That's what I just.
I'll pour it into the computer for you.
Yeah, I just said that. This is what I'm drinking. It's not helping much.
I saw you with some water. Some water.
Yeah, I know. I'm lazy. I should have just gone over. We have the coffee machine over there.
What's going on? Is that me?
Yeah.
That's me. You okay? Here, Mo, have some of this. Have some of this here.
That's what I just. Oh, you got extra monitors too? I see how it's done. Nice.
No, I have another page open.
No worries.
I was up last night till about 4 o'clock.
Surprised because you're 3 hours ahead of me, and you were up. I didn't even sleep that late. I think you slept around. I'm guessing around 2 a.m.
I got up I didn't get up. I got home about 8:30, and then I stayed and did Tom and Tracy's show. I stayed up with them. Then it switched over to a couple other people. Then I was on Longstar's channel, and they put me to sleep at about 4:30.
He was up till 4:30.
Oh yeah, you won't see Louis. Louis. That last night was, I was a good boy. I wasn't even drinking coffee. I was drinking water. I'm just gonna say it was a crazy night last night. Everywhere.
Wow, what time? Because I went on his show. He said it was 8 o'clock, like 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So I was there at 8 p.m. And then he didn't show up. And then he said, "Oh, okay." And I think he started at like 8:30. So I was there from like 45 minutes, an hour, and then I jumped off because I was getting phone calls from people because I have people like relatives around the country.
Yeah.
So I started right before, 8:45, 8:50, which would have been your time, like 11:55. I started getting phone calls and stuff. So I jumped off. I'm like, all right, this is going to irritate people. So that's why I didn't do anything. And then, yeah, Tracy and Tommy saying there's no way I could have even watched that just the kids are around. So that would have been good. But
they had Cat on, and
I heard a little bit of theirs. I tried to catch a little bit. I'm like, oh my God.
Hold on one second.
Oh man. So I'm gonna check how long Louis was on yesterday for. Little install picker.
I'm at my satellite location, guys. There's no work getting done. I think I'm actually gonna take today off.
Yeah, you know what? That's not such a bad thing.
I'm gonna do research. Let me set that straight. I never take a day off. I don't take a day off. I don't take time off. When I tell you guys, when I'm not doing, I'll be doing some classes. I call them classes. I'll be doing some editing, checking some stuff on editing on YouTube. I don't stop, but I'm not gonna
prep that video, man. It's January 1st. Let's get started. Get that. At least get it started.
Yeah. I gotta get some. I was looking at a couple of cameras. I want a GoPro. I have a GoPro. I was supposed to get some mount for it and stuff, but it's like a GoPro 5.
I mean, just because you're just starting out, start out with that. I mean, don't shell out money for, when you're first starting. Just get it up there first, and then.
Yeah, I don't want to throw a ton of money at it, but I also want to make sure that I'm comfortable. And editing wise, I can get away with not StreamYard. I can get away with the editing that's on Apple, but that's iMovie. I can get away with that on my phone, but once I switch onto my laptop, I can't figure it. It's really hard on my laptop. It seems like it's a different animal.
I subbed his channel last night. I didn't even have fun flipping. Check his channel out. Let me see here. I just checked out Louis' thing. He was on for over 5.5 hours yesterday.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was they were going. It was
good for him.
I was just like,
Who was on there at the end? Because when I was on there, it was early days. So I think it was John, and then him, and then Beaumont Picker was there, and then Nick Pick Prophet, and then oh my goodness, I'm blanking on. I'm looking at his face. Let's see here. Yeah,
there was a lot of people.
I'm gonna go click at the end of it here.
Oh, he had do you know Pick in the Hood?
Oh, Callie. I see Callie Louise.
Louise, Kevin. Kevin was on there.
Yeah. See, if it's super late, you literally see me passed out on the floor back there.
See, I'm just, you know what the problem is, Mo? When I was young, I started my first real job. I was a maintenance guy for Amica Insurance.
Okay.
And I worked second shift for over 9 years.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean, because I have a bunch of buddies and my wife too. She was in biotech and she would work her first shift, which was like 3:30 p.m. to like 11:30.
Yes. Yep. So you come home. By the time you get home, you unwind and everything. It's 1:30.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like I'm not like a night owl anymore, but I still like. I ain't gonna lie. I did wake up this morning at like 9:15, but I didn't go to bed till like 5.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I was. That was her first. That was her first shift. She used to do after that. They used to do a shift where it was like, I want to say 7, 8, and then they'd be off by like 7, 8 in the morning. And then they said the problem is it was so bright that they couldn't go to sleep right away. So they would go off and do something else then after that, like her and all like 5 or 6 coworkers at like 7, 8 in the morning, right?
Yeah.
And then there wasn't that much to do. She said she would always get annoyed because 7, 8 in the morning, a lot of stores aren't even open, a lot of restaurants, unless you find like a Denny's, that kind of restaurant, like a diner. There's very few things to do. So they would literally drive all the way to like sometimes to like San Francisco, to like bigger cities, just because they're wide awake. She said she would go through the point of being tired, and because of the sunlight, they'd be like wired. Yeah. So I don't know. I appreciate. No worries, man.
Yeah,
I said, if you got channel and my New Year's resolution. I've been saying this. I'm not just saying this to be weird, but right here, this guy that's talking to you, I forget his name. What's your name again? But your name and your channel is going to be on here. We need to get Mr. Leroy Blood, Sweat, and Sell to 1,000 subs.
Oh,
that's the goal.
Hey guys, my name is Leroy.
I'm talking to you. Unless there's another one. You know another Blood, Sweat, and Swell? No, I can't even talk right now.
You sure you didn't drink last night, Mo?
I plead the fifth.
Mo, guys, here's the deal. Mo is one of the nicest guys, and I'm not gonna get into this. I'll start crying, man. You guys don't want me to talk.
I'm gonna start crying.
But Mo is such a great guy. He's trying to push me. I gotta push myself as well. And this is what I was talking about last night. Those guys were ranting and raving. There's a lot of things in this community. Like, we gotta look out for each other, push each other, but also try to push each other to be healthy and be safe. Corona is not gonna go away. We're not gonna get into that
anytime soon.
But we gotta keep all of us safe. And like, I knew Mo had a show this morning. I wasn't gonna call him. Like, I was up. Like, I don't play. I was up and ready to go. But I said, when he's ready, we're gonna come on the show. We'll go on for a few hours and we'll do what we gotta do. And like, I'm gonna try to eat healthier this year. Like I said, I'm probably gonna try to stay home today, and I'll take a nap for a while. I got a real busy weekend moving. I did a bunch of it yesterday. I did do a bunch of it yesterday. And just like, I like to research a lot of stuff. Like I said, cameras. I'm looking at a camera and the lights. I might just get those lights that Tommy was saying. Kept pushing away from big bulky lights, but if I would have bought those big lights 3 years ago, I probably would have saved $300 because I'm always that guy. Like at a yard sale, I'll see a light that has these arms and stuff, and I'll be like, "Oh, that'll work for my eBay," and I end up just selling it again or throwing it away instead of just getting the lights that I need.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's good that you're moving that. I like the conversation. You're moving in that direction, trying to expand, trying to keep moving forward, that kind of thing. So, I mean, as long as you're doing that, I mean,
Yep. And that's what I was saying, like about the camera. I of course I want to get a body mount because I do a lot. I move a lot around a lot, so I really want to get like something where I can have a body mount. At the flea markets, I feel that like no, like Mo, but there's so much that I do on a daily basis that I can make videos of.
mhm.
That's not just and no offense to anyway, but it's not just okay, guys. Well, you got this battery. I just bought this battery and I sold it for $17.95. Okay, guys, I got this mount. It's a really nice
Yeah,
mount. I paid
I know
$6
what you mean.
for it. I sold it for $13.27. Like, no offense, like those people are like amazing because I see a lot of stuff that I can buy, but I don't want to copy. My thing always, especially with YouTube, is I don't want to copy people. Like I want to be original for me.
Yeah.
And I know where I am with that. Like people like do. I've been doing storage units for a long time. Like I do storage units. Last year I did 5. My goal is to do a storage unit to do so this 12 months in a year. So I want to get 6 units. It could be 4 units at once in 1 month.
Wow.
And then it could be only 2 units the rest of the year. But I want to be able to do 6 this year. I did 5 last year.
Okay. That's
Um,
yeah. I mean,
so those make good videos. Those make very good videos. You know, because you're treasure hunting, the whole aspect of that. I do go to the Goodwill bins. I do go to Dream Deals. I do the flea markets. I do go to auctions. So my outlook of it, I see a lot of channels that they do one of what I do, but
Yeah.
I actually do 6 things. Not, maybe people might get a little, that might twist everybody up, but I really feel that that's where I should just stay. Just stay with what I like, get comfortable with the camera like yesterday. That Instagram, it was no big deal to most people, but to me, like I held the camera the whole time. It was nice and steady. I didn't stutter. I learned like to try to just keep talking, even though I seen nobody in the chat. Like, don't pay attention to the chat. Just
Yeah.
keep talking, and so
Yeah. Don't break your flow until So you don't want to lose part of your story. But you got a question right here, though.
yeah. Leroy, how long do you usually get to clean out a storage unit? That's a very good answer. And always feel free. And I never try to push my Instagram, but anytime I tell everybody, anytime, feel free to Instagram me. May I get back to you? The odds are yes. But there might be
You
times
will.
I might be too, yeah, there might be times I might be too busy. But to answer that, it depends on the facility. You go in as a tough guy. They're gonna be like, you got 48 hours. Some places it depends on the facility and it depends on management. But sometimes if you go in and they see that you're not like some bully or whatever, just hey, is there any way can I have a few more days? Can I have an extra day? I thought I'd be able to get it out, but with my work schedule, I'm only be able to come today for 3 hours, tomorrow for 3 hours. And I think by the next 3 hours, 9 hours total, I'll be able to get everything out of this unit. Is there any way that I can have an extra day, or it's Friday? Can I have it cleaned out by Monday afternoon? Just in my rezone, guys, I just learned like just be honest with people and just try to tell them exactly what's going on. I've
Yeah.
gone to auctions and people have like they did it for the wrong reasons, but I've gone to auctions where other sellers seen me stop because I had a $300 threshold. Stop the 300. They seen me stop and came over and put $300 in my pocket and said, "Why are you stopping?" And I said,
Yeah.
So just be honest with people. I'm gonna be up and down. I'm actually making breakfast, so
No. Do what you got to do. Yeah, no, that's awesome. I want to see one of those videos Leroy is going to put out. I like that he went live yesterday. He did that on Instagram. Yeah, how much is the shipping? It's $48 going to Mexico. Yeah, I always like to. I've done this 2 years in a row. Ran a sale. I like to run a sale on the evening of big holidays, Thanksgiving, New Year's, July 4th, when people are going to be up. I don't stop the sale at midnight. I'll run it for like from the beginning of the day till the end of the next day, because people are up at 11, 12, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. I actually had a couple sales at 1 in the morning yesterday. I just hope they don't retract them, because maybe they had a few too many. We will see, though. Yeah.
money.
That was a $150 sale that I got at 1 in the morning. It looks like around 1 in the morning yesterday. I was just saying that I like to leave sales on holidays, but I do like a 2-day sale. So it goes that night, like a Thanksgiving night, Christmas evening, New Year's, because people are up and they're usually in a good mood.
Yeah.
So they've got their phones on.
My sales have been slow.
But yeah, because I was getting calls left and right, so people were on their phones yesterday.
Yep. So, I hope that was a long story and it wasn't short.
No, that made sense.
For my buddy having fun flips. If you I'm gonna tell you right now, the main thing with storage units, you gotta have room to move them. You gotta have vehicles to move them, and you have to be willing. You gotta sort through not 100% of it. You gotta sort through 150% of the unit, because everything that you push to the side you're pushing profit away. So you get a big mass of stuff, you're pushing profit away. 60% of the unit is going to be garbage. And then there's going to be certain times where you get a good one. I'm just going to go turn my eggs over, and I don't want to take more show. I will do a recap of my units that I got last year. Okay. When I come back.
Sounds good. Yeah, I've only ever done technically one storage unit, and it took me like more than a week to do it. But I knew the guy. He was a good friend of mine. And the agreement I had with him was that I'd help him clean it out, because he just wanted that bill gone and he wanted the stuff moved. And if I was taking most of it, then, he didn't need a storage unit. So, and I was a U-Haul dealer at the time then anyway. So we kind of went back and forth for 3, 5, 7 days, whatever it was, and just cleaned it out. It wasn't a huge one, but what I liked about him is everything was organized. I mean, totes, plastic totes for everything, or boxes. It was labeled. It was only clothing and used toys, I think, pretty much, like 99% of it. Very little garbage. Good morning. How are you? How's Seattle? And yeah, I'm still selling stuff from that unit to this day, 3 or 4 years later.
You want some?
No, I don't, because I'm doing the Daniel fast, so you can't. It's a really.
Okay.
So really, I can only do the vegetables and food. That's it.
So yeah, I'm interested to hear about Leroy's storage units because he has a lot more history than my one.
All right. So I was been trying to recap in my mind. So I know I got 5 units. For some reason, one of them disappeared in my head. But came down here in November of 2019 or 18, I don't know. So started looking into units here. I've gotten them up north. So my first unit that I remember was it was online. They were all online. It was around COVID, to be honest with you, when COVID started in April. And what I did was went online. I won 2 units, one for 175 and another one for 175. When I got into the unit, I looked in, I know how to check the pitches because I've done a lot of the estate auctions that I do were all from Auction Zip. So a lot of those units you have to scan. I've spent hours looking at the computer, zooming it, making it bigger, making it smaller, looking to the left, looking to the right, looking what's under stuff, trying to see what stuff written on stuff, like they say, profile in the unit. Excuse me, a lot of those guys say that. Good morning, sir. And what I do is, I look. So one of them I saw, it looked like it was an old office. So I saw office furniture, and sometimes that stuff's very hard to get rid of. I saw some office furniture. I saw chairs. I saw some boxes look like files. So paid 175 for that unit. And got into the unit, and it was a lady. She was a lawyer. She put all her stuff in the unit. Got hurt or whatever. And what there was all of her furniture. Like, it was her office chair, her table, her conference table, like just like everything, guys. What I did was I didn't find, like, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't find like one thing that was like paid all the bills. I was hoping for computers is what I was hoping for. There was no computers in it. It took me 2 days with my little van to get everything out. I did have not storage, I had my garage here, so that wasn't a big deal. I sold a couple of the chairs and a table and got my money back. There was a big armoire. I sold that for 150. So I got my money back in 3 pieces. But I literally threw out, and don't look at me the wrong way, guys, but I literally threw out about 15 to 20 boxes of files, all people's personal information. That sort of stinks. She did message the facility and said, could you tell the guy not to get, what am I supposed to do? Like, I don't have time to go around and recycle this paper or you as an attorney should dispose of your paperwork in the proper manner. That's not really my problem. Hold on one second.
Yeah, the way I paid for mine, I didn't pay for it. I paid for it based on the stuff. I probably paid up a bit. I paid probably closer to $500, I'm guessing, because we did it over a couple of days. So it was kind of different for us. But you go ahead, though. Sorry.
Yeah, so got rid of all the paperwork, sold all the furniture, and I'm gonna be honest. I probably made a good after everything. I probably made 500 on the unit. Made 500, so that was good. That was super awesome. The next one was they bought them both the same night. It was a lady. They call them like tweaker units, I guess. That means like it was a druggie or druggie. Someone that having tough times, always has tough times. Went through that unit. That unit paid 175 for. I might have made $100 on that unit. Next unit I got, I paid $400 for. It was probably a 10 by 10. It had boxes from the front to the back. There was more dust and mouse poop on those boxes than you can shake a stick at. It was horrible. That whole unit was trash. If there wasn't 70 boxes in there, then I'm a liar. And for every 10 boxes, a half a box was good. And what I mean, like, people are like, oh, well, you're going to pick through stuff. Well, don't just throw stuff away. I go through the stuff. This unit was absolutely junk. It sat for 10 years. I could see the dust and everything in the video. Like, it didn't look like it was a storage facility, dumpster, and then they throw it. It was there for 10 years. The dust was so thick that it took me 4 days, and I paid 400. I probably made minus 200 on the unit. Then the next unit I got was so far, guys. I got a lawyer's unit, a druggies unit, a pack rat's unit. Now I got the pasta. Got the pastas unit. I got it in Greenville. Small, tiny unit, 5 by 10. Might even be 5 by 8. Paid $300 for it, but it was inside. It was climate control. I mean, there wasn't a speck of dust on the thing. It was probably, I paid up for it. It was probably not profitable wise, but just unit wise in a whole. It was the best unit that I had of the year.
Nice.
I could bring any of that stuff in my house and not worry about bugs and smell and, oh my God, ew. Didn't have to worry about any of that stuff. I did not find, in every unit, guys, you're going to find pornography. You're going to find drug paraphernalia. You're going to find, personal papers like legal fees or legal problems or past bills, any of that stuff. You're going to find in any unit. This guy, I did not find none of that. He literally was studying to be a pastor. And he probably, my thought is he moved to another parish, and they were just like, all right, we need you to go. And he just went up and left. And that unit I paid $300. I probably made like $400 on that unit. And there was some good stuff. A lot of DVDs. I sold some DVDs and stuff online. And it was DVD sets. And I had Everybody Loves Raymond, the whole series. And
nice.
I sold it for $78. Just that one series. There was like those old quilts. I actually have one here. There's those old knitted quilts and Bibles and his pants and shirts, and I did okay with that unit. But at the end of the day, you got to be careful. You got to know what you're going to get into. Some people can't handle the personal end of it. Just seeing their personal history and stuff like that. But it's fun. It really is fun. And then I take stuff to the flea market as well, so I can get rid of a lot of junk. I'll put it 50 cents and I'll sell it,
Yeah. I mean, it's funny how you had the different sides of it. You had the horrible ones, and you had at the end the one with the pastor that was clean. This isn't a storage unit that I bought. This is one that we had to clean out when somebody was supposedly moving. I think it was kind of like I don't know. It was a lady, and she was on hard times too. And we found some paraphernalia there too. She had a bunch of stuff, and we ended up not finishing it because with the move, because it was kind of a weird situation. She took off halfway through. So usually what we do is we would take like payment up front, and then they would have to especially on these moves where people can just leave you holding the bag. We moved your stuff and then we don't get anything. So long story short, her deposit, the second deposit, whatever, fell through. So we had to kind of say, well, sorry, we can't finish the job. So yeah, I know what you mean about those. I mean, she was a nice lady, but she just seemed like she was a little bit all over the place. And you could tell by the stuff she had there. So I felt bad, but you know, you got to do what you got to do, right? So, but yeah, well, everything, it's funny. A lot of these things I've touched on, like storage units, pallets, and buying all this stuff, but most of my experience is on the shipping end, picking up, delivering, moving. I used to do a lot of moves for people. Not fun at all. But you see all kinds of stuff, though. I've seen it all. But you're right about the different. Usually in a storage unit, generally it's stuff that people don't want to keep at home for whatever reason. So maybe they got a family, maybe they just don't want. They can't keep it at home.
They sold the house or they lost the house or.
But, so what did you have you ever got like mattresses? That's the one that worried me because they always talk about like, oh no, I got this mattress. What do I do with it? And they're like,
so down here, I stayed away from them.
Okay.
Because I didn't have my big van here. Now my big van's here, so now I can grab them. I can throw them on the top. You can bring those bugs and germs home with you if you're not careful. My little van is my everyday vehicle. So I can't put a storage unit mattress in it and then come home and sit on my couch.
True. That's a good point.
So, if you could put it on the outside or have bags for it, that's super awesome. Even a couch, any of that stuff. Now that I have the big van, I can do that. Getting rid of it down here in South Carolina, I just go to the dump, pull up with my vehicle. My vehicle has South Carolina plates on it. I sign a paper and I throw it in a dumpster. Have a good day. Thank you, sir.
What are the charges like? I'm curious.
There wasn't any.
What?
But so here's the deal. So me being raised up north, I like to hunt. Like I took pictures. Like I like going to the landfill. Okay, where you drive, you're probably going to get a flat tire, just telling you straight up. You're probably going to get a flat tire. You drive in, you don't want your car there because it smells, it's dirty, that you're going over trash.
The landfill, like the pick and pull.
No, I'm saying like the landfill, where the big trucks are mashing it into the ground.
Got it.
Okay, I like going to the landfill. It's fun to me. It's a video too. Like, you have no idea. But anyway, I love that stuff. So the first time I went down here, I went with the trash unit. So where I live in a big complex. There's over 400 apartments. And it's a little upscale. We have a good dumpster. We have a compactor. So I'm able to throw stuff in like at night. I don't make it obvious. I don't make it sneaky. But I pull my truck up. I throw 6 or 7 boxes in, call it a day. Throw 6 or 7 boxes in, call it a day. So I got rid of that unit, the third unit. I got rid of 90% of that in a dumpster. The last load, I was just so tired of it. So I ended up going to the landfill. I filled up my little van, and my little van's pretty big. It's one of those Ford Transit Connects.
Okay.
The ones that you probably had one. I'm not surprised. The little 2013. I think she's 2013.
Okay.
They have high tops, and you see a lot of florist shops with them, little movers, printing companies,
painters.
Yes, they don't make them anymore. They dropped them. They made them smaller, and it was the first one with the big nose. They actually not made in the United States. Actually made in Germany, I think.
This is kind of what they use for the post office now. It's similar, not exactly, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, I have one of those, and I brought it to the landfill, loaded, because I wanted to go into the landfill. The lady's like, "Oh, just park right over there. You're good. Throw it in the thing." No, I want to go to the other side where all the trucks are, where the smell is. And Mo, $11.
$11. Really?
$11.
And let me here. I'm gonna look at what I would used to have to pay. Let me see here. Fremont.
Up north, I was paying $1.25. Didn't matter what was in the vehicle. It didn't matter. My minimum was $1.25.
Up to so is that a buck? Like if you had hundreds of pounds, you pay a lot then, right? I'm guessing, or okay, that makes more sense because let's see. I'm trying to find out the cost. Yeah, see, I'm looking it up. It's $54 minimum transaction, minimum charge. If you walk in there and you throw a tissue away.
Yep.
And then if you go above that, it's trash is $115.01. I think there's a rate per ton.
Yeah. Yep.
I never throw away a ton.
It's usually your minimum, like yours says 115, and then it's usually like 3/4 of that. So your next ton would be 3/4 of that. So it would be just say 75.
Yeah. So the cheapest stuff on this list is stuff they could recycle, like nothing's cheap here actually. $105, 31 per ton for wood disposal or soil disposal or green waste, which is like tree branches and leaves and stuff. So you spend a couple hundred easy on next to nothing.
Look, I'm cutting you off, Mo, because this guy.
Go for it.
I always I always forget who this person is. Who is this person?
He's from Seattle.
It's Zahik. How do you say his name? Zahik.
Sadiq. Well,
Sadiq.
Sadiq,
I'm sorry.
Please correct me if I'm wrong, because Louis said that was your name.
Okay. Yeah. Look into.
I know he's from Seattle though. He's talked about Seattle.
He says looking for a cargo vehicle. Look into a Ford Transit Connect, 2011 to 2014.
Yeah, just look for low mileage, but those things you can haul. That's the main thing. They're good for hauling. Sadiq, yeah. So I was right. You can haul stuff pretty easily. Like I said, USPS uses some version of that. It might not be Ford. I'm not sure.
It's their own.
Yeah, they had something built, but yeah, it's all about the space when you're talking about moving. Like if you look at a U-Haul truck, the smallest one they have is a 10-foot truck. They call it a 10-foot. It's not 10 foot. The inside is probably like 8.5 feet long.
Yep.
You can't stand in it. For one thing, the Ford Transit is a taller truck.
Well, mine you can't stand in.
You can. I mean, you wouldn't be able to stand it, but at least it's taller because it's probably like 5 feet. I'm guessing in there, maybe.
At least.
Yeah.
It's about 5 feet because I could put a piece of plywood in there, 4x8.
Okay.
No, so I'm gonna be honest with you. It's probably about 4'10", 4'11".
Okay.
Which is pretty big.
That's more than a lot.
Yeah. Which is big.
Because like even if you get like those long minivans, the opening of the minivan is a problem. It's like I don't know, not even 40 inches by 40 inches the opening. So maybe once you get something inside, that's okay. But that was the issue I always had. So if you get like a minivan, like I have a minivan now, the U-Haul minivans, like it's good length, but getting stuff in and out is what you want. You want a nice big opening there. So
okay, comically wise, don't know why this happened, but my color and my van actually pulled up. That's the van.
You know what that looks like? When I grew up, there was because I grew up in England, right? And you know the Royal Mail, it's red. So it looks like that.
That's what
like even the mailbox.
That's exactly what I have.
You know what? When I come on here tomorrow, I'm gonna wear I don't know, I found it in a thrift store. I found a Royal Mail thing, a jacket, and it's bright red.
This is hilarious because I never see the red ones. So here's the inside.
Oh
Like
wow.
there is so much room in there, guys. Like that thing is like mine doesn't have the seats. Mine's straight up cargo. I don't have the back bar, but
Yeah.
there's no seats. Has rubber floor.
Yep. A Ford Transit.
Yesterday, when I helped move my landlord, literally like we're packing up. We put boxes and boxes and bureaus. I put 2 bureaus, like 15 boxes, some long stuff. My landlord's like, holy moly, you fit all that stuff in that van. I was like, I told you, don't sleep on my little van. Because I got the big white one, but it's lower to the ground, that Ford Transit. It's not as high like the white van.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice. We were literally going a quarter of a mile. So, it wasn't a big deal. You can actually get roof racks for them as well. Right when I bought mine, I paid up on it. I paid about 16,000 for it. It had 30,000 miles on it. Right now I've seen them around for about 5,000 to 8,000. Like Mo said, miles. They're gonna have miles on them. It's a cargo vehicle.
People are they use this to move things, and if you're generally moving at least a couple hundred miles at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see. Right now, when we moved up here, we wanted a minivan, but at the same time, we wanted something we can move. So we got the Chrysler Pacifica. So we can. I'll take a picture of it one day. You can put the seats down.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not. I don't have the cargo room that Leroy does at all. Not close to that. But for a minivan, you can stick the seats into the ground. They fold into the ground, so it flattens out.
Yeah.
So just you have the front 2 seats. So for a minivan, it has decent storage. And I heard in the 2021 version, it's going to be all-wheel drive as well.
Yep.
That tells me that people that are skiing, that kind of thing, because why would you need all-wheel drive otherwise?
Yep.
Terrain, because it's decent. The only thing I'm not the biggest on Chrysler in terms of the electronics of the car. I don't know anything about cars, but that kind of stuff is a little sketchy. But it's not bad. I used to always go with like Japanese cars until I want to say probably like 5-6 years ago, they started screwing around with stuff too. Like the Toyotas started messing around with the Camrys. So what I would say is these days, look at what you need. Go research, like you said, like the Ford Transit. If I had one, that'd be cool.
Do you know much about? I don't know much about cars, and maybe Sadiq does a little bit. What gross vehicle weight? That's the vehicle and what you have for cargo in the vehicle, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now
they literally go on a scale and they weigh the whole thing. Yeah.
And so that's empty, or that's the most you could have the whole thing. Gross is.
Yeah, I mean they deduct the weight of your vehicle. You get in there at first. Obviously, you drive in there when it's empty.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm trying to show you guys. I know what it is. Excuse me. But these vehicles, the Ford Transit. I'm back on the Ford Transit. It literally gross vehicle weight is 49 to 5 foot. I'll show you.
Got it. Okay. I see what you're saying.
Now that van, it literally holds almost 3/4 to a ton. You have pickup trucks that are 8 cylinders and it's half-ton pickup. They based that van when they made those vans. The tires are very hard to get. You can get tires, but they're not the correct tires. They made that so you can fit a pallet. So a fork truck can get a pallet, drive it in, and drop it down, and you have 2 inches on both sides of the wheel well, and it can hold 3/4 of a ton.
You can get a pallet in there normally?
Yep.
That's huge.
Yeah, a standard pallet. Now, 95% of the pallets these days are probably not standard.
Yeah, well, I think standard is 40 by 48 or something like that.
48 by just say 48 by 48, which they're not as wide as they are long. Oh, no, they are a little longer actually. Yeah, it'd be like 48 by
I think 40 maybe.
Yeah, another, yeah, yep. So
That's cool though. You can fit that whole because that's the hardest part.
I'm telling you right now, that vehicle, I swear by that vehicle, like that vehicle, and you can get them cheap. You might have to put a little money. They are 4 cylinders. I think somebody asked, they are 4 cylinder,
Hmm.
but you could put you can get some mileage out of it too. So
Here's one thing I heard, and I heard this a lot from a lot of because of COVID. A lot of the rental places obviously are not renting out as many trucks, not renting out as many vehicles. I don't know if they're still doing this, but they were trying to offload, like sell off vehicles because business is slow. So I don't know if you wanted to look, if you're looking for a vehicle, you can look at place. I don't know, like maybe even U-Haul. But the only thing is U-Haul doesn't own a lot of their vehicles. But a lot of dealerships were looking to offload vehicles that they rental companies, I should say. Sorry, not dealerships. A lot of rental companies are looking to offload stuff. The only bad part is obviously that was a rental, and not every renter treats their vehicle the same way. Um, you know, so might be something that you could take a look at. But yeah, if you're gonna buy a rental, you might want to take a mechanic with you, or
how long are you gonna stay on today? Do you know? Like
not too long.
what time you
Probably
planning?
not too long today. Maybe another maybe another hour or so.
Okay. I am very, very just all over the place all the time.
Okay.
I've been looking for a place to sauce today. I already woke up. I already went to Goodwill. I already went to Dream Deals. They're closed, and I forgot. And I was telling you yesterday.
Yeah.
I forgot about. I got a postcard in the mail yesterday, or the
Okay.
other day.
Was that today? Yeah, New Year's Day.
See you later, guys.
Are you taking out?
I think
Alright.
I'm pretty much dressed. I gotta put my pants on. I think I'm gonna
Yeah,
put my
gotcha.
pants on. I'm gonna log on to the other way. The reason I asked, because if I can get there within the hour, I can
Mhm.
go around and show you guys a live auction before it
Okay.
starts. I can show you guys on Mo's channel. That's just me. I know this place is only about 20 minutes from me. So what do you think, Mo?
Okay, I can do that. What I was gonna just let me see here because I was thinking about jumping off around 9:30 because I'm meeting up with somebody at 10 my time. Uh, I'm getting a call at 10 o'clock, so I'd
So
have to drop off.
9:30 would be what time now?
Right now, for you, it's 11:30 right now.
Yeah,
So
it'd be 2 hours, right?
3 hours. I'm 3 hours ahead. So for me, see, I can't even think right now. So for you, 3 hours ahead, say 11:30 right now your time. So I guess before 12:30, I would need to jump off.
Okay, so an hour
Yeah,
for 12:30 my time.
yeah. That's when I'd have to cut.
Okay. So
Yeah.
So what I'll do is let me get out the door. Let me
Okay.
let me get set up on my phone,
Okay.
and I'm gonna bring you with me, Mo. Let's go check
Okay.
this out. Let's go check this out.
All right. Sounds
All
good.
right. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. See ya. Okay. Let's get some listing done. Anyone else wants to get in here? Please do that. I know I don't know if anyone's even awake right now. I will be back in a second too. See, I'm in California. If you guys didn't know already, near Sacramento. And Leroy is in South Carolina. Oop. It'll be interesting to see what he's looking at that auction. Auctions around here are all closed. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. In the Bay Area, they're closed. I haven't checked actually Sacramento. Around here, pretty sure they're open because I see Derek. Fundamentals of Side Hustle is always at auction like on Wednesdays. I think he picks up from them. I need to do way more auction shipping. Shipping. See, I still think shipping. I need to do way more auction bidding. Now up here, all the auctions look like they're open. New hours in Oregon, southern about 50 miles from Cali border. Oh, you're all the way up there. You're not. See how? I mean, Sacramento. They call it Northern California, but it's. I mean, we still have. Same in Western Washington. Government University auctions closed. Yeah. I mean, here it looks like in the Sacramento area they're open. I'm looking at like some liquidation sites, and they seem to be open in holiday hours. Christmas Eve it was open 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Yeah, open. See, auctions are. I mean, they're online auctions, but they're open for pickups and stuff. I don't know about in-person auctions; those might be closed. Let me take a look. Yuba City for like 16 years. I've been to Yuba City. That's probably about an hour away from north of me, I'm guessing. Maybe an hour and a half. I wonder how long it takes to get from Sacramento to Oregon. Sacramento to Oregon. Drive. I'm not sure where I'm going in Oregon, but it says about 7.5 hours, 475 miles. Somewhere else it says 11 hours and 49 minutes. I guess it depends where you're going from and to. Yeah, Sacramento's, I mean, still kind of central. There's a lot of Northern California people. I like the Medford area. I've heard of it. I've never been there. I've never been to Oregon. I've been to Seattle briefly. I've been there a couple times just to see. What did I see there? I saw a soccer game. I saw a Manchester United game years ago, but I was only there for one night. Grants Pass, for me to get to Yuba City is about 5 hours. Sac maybe 6. Okay, that's good to know. So Grants Pass sounds like you're near the very bottom of Oregon. And yeah, 6 hours is not too bad. That's like me going to LA. Take about 5 or 6 hours. I'm wondering if the traffic, I'm guessing the traffic isn't too bad because I don't think many people are going from Oregon to Sacramento, but I could be wrong. North Medford, Grants Pass. I'll go to Medford every week. So to Goodwill's, also Ashland. Ashland, okay. Sacramento to let's pass Oregon. Yeah, it says yeah. It's about 336 miles. Sacramento to Grants Pass, Oregon. You really are really on the border there. I need to make a trip up north. I haven't gone that far north. I've gone towards Reno, and I've gone up towards like Yuba City, places like that. Traffic's usually chill, but it will build up in the Redding area if I'm driving through during a rush hour. Yep. I always see that Redding sign. If I'm going north, it's always a Redding sign. Or sometimes it has a Portland sign. But I've never gone that far north. Furthest I've gone is Happy New Year's, Topher. How's it going, man? Furthest in Sacramento I've gone is probably around Yuba City, actually. Yuba City. Let's see here. Now I've been to Oroville. I don't think I've even been to Chico. Trying to. Try and just chip away and get as many as I can get done. I'm not going to be on very long today, maybe another hour. I'm just waiting for Leroy to come back. He's at an auction. He said he's going to dial in and show us the auction probably in like 15, 20. He said it takes 20 minutes for him to get there, I think. And that was probably like 5 minutes ago. Yeah, I haven't actually gone that far north. A lot of these cities in the northern California, I've never been to. I'm looking at it right here, and it's all Yorkville. I've been to Yorkville. That sounds really familiar. I don't know. Yeah, I've been to Santa Rosa. Yeah. It's funny, it always cracks me up that they say Northern California and they count the Bay areas and that kind of looks like Central California if you look at the map. But I guess they're talking about population wise. All right, let's get some more listings done. Are you guys listening? What are you listening? Are you packing? I know the post offices are closed around me. I think they're closed nationwide, actually. For expired. Lake Sacha, north of you is popular. Okay. I've been to a few lakes. Folsom Lake, I've been there. What else? Places around Lake Folsom. We went there a couple months back. Other than that, I'm not sure. I haven't really been to many of the lakes. I know there's a lot of boating done around here, though. Offers are coming in. Do you guys get those phantom offers? Like it says you got 3 offers here. You go click on it and there's nothing there. I always get these. Sometimes they're real. Sometimes they're just, you click on it and there's nothing there. Like I have 3 right now. It said 3 offers just popped up and then nothing. Questions are coming in. What did this? What's this person want? Another question about international shipping being too expensive. It's hard for me to adjust that too much. I can do the best that I can. There's not much you can really do though. Receive your offer, think about it, but wanted to know if the shipping costs listed can be minimized. Let's see here. Can it be? Where are you calling from or emailing from? Yeah. I use basically calculated shipping for everything. Everything, just type in the weight and dimensions. So I don't determine shipping costs. So, that's a big box. They're asking about this giant doll set thing that I have. It's a big box. It's like 20 inches long by 15 inches, probably like 3 pounds. And that's exactly what I typed in. So, I ship everywhere. I try and use GSP plus, what do you call it? I don't know what they call regular shipping now, but everything. I'll try and work with people. Obviously, I'm not going to pay for the shipping for international, but I'll do the best that I can to figure out if I can minimize cost for shipping. Like this person, I can't tell where they're from, but it sounds like they're from out of the country. So I'll just tell them, if possible, if the shipping is ridiculously expensive, which sometimes it is, especially with GSP, I'll see if I can have them invoice me after the fact, and I'll see if I can take off a little bit. Sometimes if you take off like $5, even if you eat that $5, it helps with the sale. So, you know, if they're paying $50 to ship something, I'll say, okay, fine, I can take off $5, I can take off $10, and I'll just eat that if, you know, I'm selling for a decent price. Like this is a doll. It's a doll in a box with accessories. It's like $50, and then another $52 for shipping. So they're saying, oh, is that an error? Pirate ship. Yeah, that's the first thing I need to do is find out where I'm going to. And they have not told me where they're going to, because they haven't bought this yet. It's just a random question. Pirate ship helps a lot of times. Not all the times, but it does help sometimes. So usually if they're serious, though, you can figure out something and you can minimize the shipping. If they're not serious, that's the thing that will waste your time. It might just cost that much to ship to that country. You know, if I'm going to, you know, some of these places, you know, you ship to Brazil, you ship to Australia, it's not cheap. That's, you know, that's tough. Let's see. This is a larger box. I'll take a look at the dimensions, see if they are accurate. Okay. I have a person asking about, there's these wrestling action figures where like there's like a hole in the back, and the person's response is, and these are vintage, not very expensive. I don't want that hole in the back. Do you have a different one? I'm like, no, it's just the way they're made. If the person is also a seller, you can go to their listings and see what the ship from address is on their listing. Yeah, that is true. That's a good point, Diane. Thanks. Thing is that half the time when I do that, like a lot of times I'll get these questions and they'll never respond either way. They'll move on. So I don't spend too much time going in unless I at least have an offer of some kind. If you have an offer, then I'll do it. But when I just get random questions like, can you reduce the shipping? And it's kind of vague like that, you know, then I'll respond back. If they take the effort and the time to respond a little bit more in depth, then I'll work with them. Yeah, Australia, Brazil, Spain, out of luck. They got to pay. Sorry. Yeah, see, that's what I'm worried about. Places like that. Russia, too, can be pricey. So it used to be super cheap shipping, USPS, years ago. They had ocean rate shipping. That was dirt cheap. But then again, it was also not tracked at all. So I would never use that on eBay. But if you're desperate, surface mail, I think they called it. They don't have that anymore, or maybe they changed the name. I don't know. Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, I don't think I have Russia blocked, but I do for certain, to be honest. I have it blocked for certain items. I had an issue where I was selling a lot of, well, not a lot, a few pieces of artwork, and I used to have this one guy from Russia that kept bidding, and he would immediately, you know, click buy and never pay. And I think it was the same. I don't know if it was a bot or what it was, but they kept doing that. I had like 4 times within a month. So I blocked artwork going to Russia. So that's one thing I have, like large artwork. I have like 10 pieces of large framed artwork. So I don't know why. That was just a random thing. They never paid. I never found out, but they would never respond to emails either. It could have just been random. Maybe that they weren't even located in Russia. It was just what they had in that account. I don't know. Sometimes you get the strangest questions, though. person's asking me to change. It's like a $20 plastic action figure, and they want me to change some part of. I mean, how would I? Yeah. Just say, unfortunately, we can't change the item. Not sure what you want me to tell you. No, you are right. This is a doll seller. The person with that question. They have an icon that's a doll. They sell, not many, but they sell dolls. They're within the US, but I can't get there's no postal code. So, I don't know. Yep, they're up. Visit the store. They do everything for free shipping. So maybe they think what I'm charging is ridiculous, but what I have is like a 4-pound box. Interesting. Welcome to my eBay store. Please add me to your list of favorite sellers. Okay, I can see their issue. It seems like they sell very low priced items, which is fine. Like I'm literally looking at $4.99, $5.24, $4.99, $4.99, like dolls. And they don't really charge shipping. So that's probably the reason. Okay. Just wait for them to respond. Oh, they responded. Let's see. Most annoying thing to me is when someone messages a question about an item and the answer is literally in the description. Happens at least once a week. Yeah, I was reading somebody's post yesterday. I forget whose. It said something about, the question was, how heavy is this, or something like that. And in the title, it literally says like 7 pounds, whatever it was, like the third or fourth word. So I don't know. If you can't read it from the title, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I get those all the time. I don't know. People just don't bother or don't care or what. Maybe they don't really even care to get the answer. They're just typing. It's really annoying. Yeah, that is really annoying. Exactly. They don't. It's just, that's why I'm not big on descriptions as much anymore. My descriptions are mainly used for if there's an actual issue with the item, like it's missing something or it's damaged, or like I sell a lot of vintage clothing. So if I'm saying, you know, vintage clothing generally runs smaller, like 20, 30 years ago, an extra large was smaller a lot of times with certain brands than it is now. So I will put it in there. I'll say something, but I'll also put that in. I know what you call it, below the item description, not the item description, the item. What do they call that? Right below the title, above the description, you can put in like item details. I'll put it in there too, but still, I'll have it in the title, the description, and the item description, and nobody will read it. It will say something like, you know, missing power cord, and they'll say, "Oh, does this include the power cord?" Like, I don't know. That's a headache. What are you gonna do though? What are you gonna do? Okay. All right, let's take a look at Amazon. Most, it's nearly all FBA orders, except for one. Okay. Let's see when Leroy is gonna get here. Is that you in the background, Leroy? I can't tell. I don't see anything yet. Let's see if I can look up the auction he's going to. Years auction. Oh, there's a lot of them though. I'm not gonna be able to tell which one it was. Where did he go? Let's see. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to give you 30 minutes, Leroy, and then we'll see. Trying to find his auction. Where did he? Okay, let's take a look at this. Second annual Foothills auction. Okay. So he's in. Okay, I know where he went now. He's going to Duncan, South Carolina. Okay, let's take a look. Second annual Foothills Auction Services. Everyone's invited. New Year's Day. Doors open at 11 a.m. So he's late. It's probably what 12 o'clock his time right now. Lunch serves at 12. Oh, he might catch lunch. Door prizes, raffles, live music, free food. Oh, speak of the devil. Hey, Leroy.
What's going on, guys?
I just looked up your auction. I'm looking at it, the auction page right now.
Yeah, it's a lot of older. It's a lot of older stuff. Not really my wheelhouse, but it's it. The one thing is, I don't want anybody to say anything, but there is no mask here, guys. So don't look at me funny because I'm good.
No, just do what you got to do, man.
I don't know if they believe here. I gotta turn this camera around. Let's see. Come on.
Okay, so we got some.
I'm trying
Nice display.
to turn this camera around. For some reason, it won't let me. I don't want to leave. Camera. I'll turn it around. Come on, puppy. It will not let me turn my camera on for some reason.
It's not letting you flip it around, or?
No. Oh. And it'd be so much easier if I could. Camera mic. Sometimes, depending on what I'm in, it won't let me turn it around. We got a bunch of reels here.
Fishing lures.
Yep, some reels. Little axe. When you see the request, that means people put a sticker on it. Can you see okay? Because I can't see the screen.
Yeah, I can see.
Okay. A lot of older stuff. Fishing lures, older fishing lures.
So this is pre-auction preview time.
Yep. Pre-auction preview. All right, here's where it gets a little scary, guys. But like I said, I got my mask on, okay? This quote. That's an old chair. Some of the bigger stuff. But you can't really sleep on these auctions because you never know what might come in the door sometimes.
Yeah.
You got a lot of this older, some gas cans, some old little cars.
Some glass stuff, cars, and yeah.
But, um, they got a lot of food and guy playing a little band. Does all this
Yeah, it says you guys have a lunch served at noon, so that's around now, right now, I guess. And it says somebody called Marvin Bailey will be in attendance, selling about 40 pieces of pottery and signing autographs. I don't know who Marvin Bailey is. Who's Marvin Bailey? Let's look him up.
Mo, can you see it?
Kind of. I think you might have frozen your. I can see. It's a little bit choppy, but I can see. No, I think you might have frozen.
My froze still?
It looks like it's kind of, yeah, it's a little blurry.
Okay. Yeah. Of what they got here. It's my second time here. I've never been to an in here. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna put my phone on the charger. It doesn't start until 2. I'll put my phone on the charger. I'll come back and take some pictures and just get an idea. You know, sometimes guys, you gotta invest time and figure out how these places work. You know, it's not you're not gonna just walk in and find gems, but you can also walk in and get connections. So, you guys have a good rest of your day with Mo. Can you hear me, Mo?
Good luck, man. Get some stuff.
All right, and I will. I'll message you after, and
Yeah.
I'm glad everybody was able to see a little bit anyway, and talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks for letting us see that. Have a good one, Leroy. Thank you, Leroy. Okay. So at least we got to take a look at that. That's going on down in Duncan, South Carolina. If you guys are interested in taking a look at that, it's off. We got that off Auction Zip, it looks like. So I'm going to jump. Oh, no, that doll lady. She said, I'm not interested, and now she's emailing me back again. What is she? I thought you just said you're not interested. You're welcome. Okay. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to jump off here. Sorry I was late today. I'm probably going to be back. Today is a Friday, so Monday morning. And if you guys are interested, if you want to do some live listing with myself and Leroy, check us out. I guess 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. That's the time we shoot for. But thanks for stopping by. Have a good one, guys. Oh, and next, feel free to drop your links in the chat if you're still here. If not, next time you can do that. And get your channels known, your Instagrams, whatever you want to post. It's all good with me. All right, but until next one, have a good one, guys. See ya, and Happy New Year's.